It is its own standalone game, so the story is much more fleshed out. You find out a lot more about Gladys, the evil robot from the first one, as well as the character controlling Shell. So you find out a little more about the backstory and a little more about Aperture Science and what they do and what's going on, and you explore more of the facility. That's one of the great things about this game, is that it's much bigger.
It's a totally different experience, unlike the other games like Resident Evil 5, for example, where you incorporate just a secondary character into the single-player campaign.
Instead of playing as Shell, the main character from the game, you play as either Atlas or Peabody, two robots designed by GLaDOS specifically for testing portal traps, and it's great.
Well, you absolutely have to play the first one, because Portal 2 is a direct sequel to the first game.
So you're not going to understand a lot of the humor, and you're not going to understand the storyline.
You will have no idea where you are, who you are, and who your possible enemies may be.
The graphics look better on the PC, whereas on the console it still looks good, but not quite as good. And then you have the controls. The controls are a little bit different. You use the right and left mouse buttons as well as the mouse to look around.
Compared to the original Portal, which, as you know, wasn't really a standalone game, it was kind of part of a game collection, this one is like triple the time. I would probably estimate between 5 or 6 hours, depending on how much trouble you have with the puzzle. Some of them, later in the levels, get a little more difficult, a little trickier, so might take you a little longer to finish them, but overall, you can expect around that time frame, about 5 to 6 hours.
The gameplay is very much the same, but it's also exceptionally different. They've added a number of new mechanics, like this cube that I'm holding right here, and these lasers that I'm going to point my cube at right here, that change it up just enough that it makes it feel like almost an entirely new experience.
It does. This game is actually set in the Half-Life universe, so anyone who's played Half-Life Episode 1 and 2, they know there's a disaster going on. And Aperture Science, the company that you're, the lab that you're in, is actually a rival of Black Mesa.
If you were a portal, what kind of portal would you be? I'd be a blue one.